This episode of Pretty Fit is sponsored by Nutrinaturals.
Welcome to Pretty Fit
The podcast by fitness partners who love a good challenge.
and a good laugh.
We'll try anything and share how we got there because
We're not elite,
we're definitely not pros.
but we are pretty fit.
Welcome to another episode of Pretty, Fit.
I'm Rev.
And I'm Paige.
And together
We're
we're
Rage.
Rage. And we have a super special guest here today. We have Grace Groves, guys. So we are sitting down with Grace today, a doctor, a content creator, runner, Hyrox athlete, and the woman behind one of the most electric running communities out there, Pace with Grace.
If you've spent more than 5 minutes on Run Talk, you already know her. And if you don't, buckle up because you're about to. Here's what you need to know about Grace before we get started. Her first ever marathon, 3 hours and 9 minutes at 4:30 pace per kilometre. First marathon.
Unreal. But beyond the numbers, what we love about Grace is that she shows up on the internet the same way she shows up in real life. Honest, full of energy, sometimes silly, and completely herself. Welcome, Grace.
It's like really hard to listen to, but like, thank you.
I know, everyone gets so
Sorry,
uncomfortable
it
when
does
we
make
do
you
a
uncomfortable.
type up.
I'm like, okay, let's go.
Remember who you are, girl.
I'm now like so confident. And ready to jump
Yay,
in.
that's good.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, so we're going to start with some icebreaker rapid fire questions. All right, first up, Grace, music genre while training.
This isn't rapid fire because I have to explain myself.
Don't
here.
worry, I'm not good at rapid firing.
She's like, let's sit down and have a conversation. No, that's what we're here for.
I literally search whatever activity I'm doing and like find a playlist for it.
Okay.
So I don't like have my own playlist. Like I'll
Yep.
search run or like clean and then I'll just find a playlist and hit shuffle.
Ah.
But if I had to for a long run, like really sad, depressing music.
No way.
Like Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I
Really?
know a lot of people that do that. It's,
I would just start crying.
It's good motivation.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I can do this.
Okay, right.
True.
Maybe I should try that. Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah, you
Maybe
get to
I'll be as
cry
fast
while
as
running.
Okay, next.
Go-to comfort show or movie?
Gossip Girl. On repeat, all stages of my life. I think I've watched it all the way through like
XOXO.
probably 15 times.
Really?
Who's the boy that you like the most?
None of them.
Yeah. They're all red flags, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Well, now I feel like, don't you ever reckon that when you watch a show, then you watch another show, like I can't go back now and watch.
Yeah,
because-
true. Because you see the creepy things
Yeah,
now.
So true.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Favorite choice of movement?
Running.
Sometimes we have hybrid athletes.
Surprise.
So like,
Yeah.
that's
Love.
fair.
High school celebrity crush.
Ooh, Damon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries.
Oh, I don't know which one that is, but I know the Vampire Diaries.
I was a big Vampire Diaries fan as
Okay.
a teen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
ever watch that?
Nah,
No, me neither.
I wasn't either.
I feel
But-
like that's before after.
Yeah.
Oh no, but we just didn't get into it. Maybe I was into Buffy.
Yes, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Do you know who Buffy is? No,
Absolutely not.
Okay, never mind.
We'll show
Next
you later.
question. Favorite post-run meal?
Ooh. I always run like first thing in the morning. So I love like a brekkie bowl, whether that's like an acai bowl or like a yogurt bowl.
Yeah.
But like after a marathon, pasta every time. Like after a race,
Yeah.
like a big feed pasta.
Yum. Like a spaghetti bolognese, like tomato base?
Yeah.
Delish.
And
All
chalky
right.
milk.
Oh,
Chocolate
I haven't got
milk.
into that yet.
Nah, neither.
But I don't like milk.
yeah, neither.
But
Yeah, I love milk. I have milk before my runs. I have milk all the time. Probably
See,
really
that's
bad for
the key as
stomach.
well.
I
Like
know,
the
we need to
athletes,
start adopting these. Next thing you know, I'm listening
We're
to
both-
sad music and drinking milk. All right. So, Grace, we're going to go back to where it all began to start off. We know you on TikTok as the Sunny Coast girly who's also a doctor.
doctor.
Like, that just blows our mind every time. Content creator, LSKD athlete. And we just want to know, like, a bit of a backstory on you as a person. And, like, are you originally from Sunny Coast? Were you always a runner? Can you take us back to where it all began?
Yeah, so I actually grew up in Tasmania until I only moved last year. So I've lived in Tassie for the first 23 years of my life. And I did, like, grew up in a really small town. There's about 800 people there, like really rural town with like a primary school up to grade 6. We shared like classes with like prep 1, 2, 3 would all be like in one class and there'd be like 10 kids.
Wow.
But always ran.
Yeah.
We lived 3Ks from school and our parents used to make us run to school every day. So they'd like drop our backpacks at school and then just be like, meters.
Love that.
So how far was it? Sorry,
3Ks.
as a primary school, that's like cross country every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Were your parents runners?
My dad was a runner,
Yeah, okay.
800-meter runner.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was a really good runner. My mum was a swimmer. So very active family.
Yes.
But yeah, we loved it. Like we loved running, but I never ran competitively or like trained for anything. It was more just like you'd go out for a run. And then
But meanwhile, you're clocking like 15
Yeah,
Ks a
literally.
week as a 6-year-old.
pretty much.
Love that.
And then because there was no high school where I lived, I went to boarding school from like age 11, which I battled with a lot. Like I was really homesick. But that's when I kind of got more into running because we were very strict rules in the boarding house. But one thing we were allowed to do was go for runs. So I'd do that after school, just like run the block, a few laps of the block. And like did okay at running at school, but was not like a standout with it or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then got competitive probably last year. I was like, I really want to like lock in and start training properly and like doing structured sessions and stuff like that. And then just fell more in love with it basically.
How old are you?
24.
And when did you start studying to be a doctor?
18.
Wow.
Yeah, I went straight from school in Tassie you can do it as an undergrad, so you don't have to do a degree first.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-year degree. So I went from year 12 into med, did 5 years, and then moved here to start work.
So were you training or moving your body through that period of your life?
Yes and no. I think when I started uni, that was like the first time that I fell out of training.
Yeah.
I'd always been super active, like primary school, high school, started uni, and like everything else just kind of became the forefront, like trying to learn to study that much. Like the degree is hectic. And then be social as well. I kind of fell off there for maybe like a year. Got back into Fit Stop actually. That was like where I fell back in love with training again. And then running, I actually started posting about running as I started running, and I used to go out for like 1 or 2K runs, and it was like the hardest thing in the world. And that was like maybe 4 years ago now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so then what was the move up to the sunny coast for?
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Life,
Yeah.
My sister lives up here,
Okay.
my younger sister, and I just wanted to be somewhere that's like a bit more. Tassie's very cold.
Is it cold? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, very cold and like not very active.
So do you find it moving to a state like this, it's in your lifestyle? Like everyone is out exercising and the weather's so amazing. Like it makes you want to do it. Whereas, I'm from Victoria and you don't want to go out in the cold or everyone isn't around exercising. So you're just doing it by yourself really. And people don't even say hi to you on the path.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's like you finally make yourself get out in the cold and then you're the only one out there. And if you see someone, they're grumpy or anything and you're like, why am I doing this?
I know.
And isn't it really hilly as well?
Yeah, well,
It can be.
Launceston is like, for lack of a better term, in a hole. And then it just like literally like is like dug into. So like
wow, it'd
anywhere
be
you
even
run,
colder.
you have to go uphill.
Wow.
And it's like foggy and just freezing.
Yeah,
It's like
winter's
4
just,
layers,
yep.
trackies, hoodies, like everything.
Gloves,
beanies,
beanies.
gloves. Yeah, literally.
Oh my God,
So
built
it's very
different.
different. So it's so much easier to train up here. And then
Yes.
as well, like you're just motivated by everyone around you because
Yeah.
you just see it. everyone's
That's
doing the
so
same thing.
interesting though. So 1 to 2Ks, just like running, and you just started posting that. To hear that you've run like a 3-hour marathon, and then you just started at 1 to 2Ks.
Yep.
So what made you, before we get into like more of the training side of things, what made you start posting on the internet and gaining a community? Like what was it that brought that along?
Well, I actually didn't have the TikTok app downloaded on my phone, so I never like consumed TikTok content. And one day someone was like just saying like you need to download TikTok, and I was like I have no reason for it. Like I don't really want to watch them. Like I don't really know what the app's about. Downloaded it and posted for the first time on the same day, and was just like, this app terrifies me. Don't know what it's about, so I'm just going to post on it for fun.
Yeah.
Kind of got no traction. Like I was kind of just posting for my friends for ages, and then I started posting running. And I think because I started at such a relatable point, people kind of came along on that with me, as opposed to being like, if I started posting now, it's kind of like a bit like, oh, she's already training, 60, 70, 80K weeks. Like it's not really relatable. So I think that kind of helped me in a sense go with everyone from like the very, very start point. And it would be like, I was running twice or maybe 3 times a week and doing like 1, 2, 3Ks. And I used to do them in like the photo swipe ones though, because I'd clearly come from Instagram. So it was
like a carousel.
Yeah. And then that was like kind of what took off. And then I just leaned into it more, and then I fell in love with it. And I found, which I'm sure you guys probably very similar, the impact of like people following you for that reason and like getting messages about how you've inspired them to like be active is so, like for me so much deeper than just like cool outfit. Like so I really loved that side of it.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of got hooked on like helping other people and like inspiring other people and then just rolled on.
That's so cool. You're so fun and like obviously you're young and you know your TikToks are so unserious and then all of a sudden you're a doctor.
Yeah.
People are like, wait,
I know.
what? Like you're just so contrasted and I love that you're breaking down the barrier that you need to choose one lane. Like you definitely are like girly fun, girly pop, woo.
Yeah.
I'm not serious. Like let's do a silly little dance. Let's have fun. And then also like saving lives.
I'm looking after your life. Yeah.
Have you had patients recognize you?
A few more staff because
Yeah.
like they're like around our age, like lots of the nurses and like allied health staff will know me. But yeah, I think I'm definitely a very different person at work than I am at home. But I think that's one of the things I love about social media as well is I can be completely myself.
Yes.
I
like
can't
your outlet.
really do that at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really
like
fit.
dancing.
Whoa,
Some good news today.
It's like, but I think there's definitely like amazing things about both. So I do like that I can do both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to sort of lean into one too much or the other too much. Like
For
I
sure.
like that I can still be completely myself and, you know, young and girly and silly, but then go to work and sort of like lock in. Similar with
Love
training too. Like
Yeah.
like mid-run, I'm very serious. So like if I'm in a session, like I often won't film them and I'll be very locked in. But then as soon as it's done, I'm like pink outfit, dance. Like
cute.
How do you manage the three? Like manage being a doctor, manage training, actually manage having your personal life and then manage your platform.
I cry a lot. Nah, it's I'm very type A and like I didn't bring it with me, but my plan is like this big.
Wow.
And I'm like a bit into lists and like half an hourly planning out my days. But I also just love being busy. Like I'm on leave from work starting like 2 days ago for 6 weeks and I'm already like,
Give me something.
what am I supposed to do? Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean I've got 4 hours with nothing planned? Like, I think I thrive off like being busy and kind of working from one thing to the other. But I think it's just organization and just knowing that I'm choosing to do everything as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think I love it all, so I want to do it. So therefore it's a little bit easier as opposed to like when you're in school and you don't want to study that subject. It's so easy to kind of like, I don't have enough time, but I'm like, I'm choosing to give my time to all these things because I love them.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit easier.
Do you ever find that one obviously goes in ebbs and flows, like of priority?
Definitely. With how my work works, I rotate every 10 weeks into different specialties because I'm still a junior doctor, so I haven't specialised in anything yet. And I find if I don't like the specialty,
It's
don't
hard.
love going to work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like I'm ticking the box in that sense. But like at the moment, I've been for the last 20 weeks now, I've been in paediatric specialties, which I love. So then I've been like way more motivated with work and a little bit less like motivated with social media. And it kind of just all changes. But that's another reason I love having it all because I can lean into one and kind of let the other just float for a bit and then like go the other way as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Was there a certain time, opportunity, post, message that came through on your social media that made you realize like, oh, this is something that it's not just like it's not just fun and silly. Like this actually could be something or a part of my career.
I think my first collection with LSKD, like when I got asked to go into HQ, I was talking to my fiance about what we like thought it would be about, and he's like, "Oh, they're probably gonna like gift you some things." Because I had no context going in, and I remember like sitting down and then being like, your like codes are doing so well, your accelerate short sales are like ridiculous, like you're having such an impact." And so we've chosen you to like do our next collection with. And like I was in company with like Brie Masters and like amazing people, and I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. And I think it's so easy to downplay like how much of an impact you have when all you see is your own kind of like
and when it's so fun.
Exactly.
This is just funsies.
And then I think like some of my run club turnouts, that's the other one that I was just like, that is insane that many people have shown up face to face. And like when you talk to them as well, like, oh yeah, my mum drove me like 3 hours to be here. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Which is so cool. And like seeing those people face to face as well just like makes it all so much cooler.
Yes.
Then, you know, comments, like that's amazing. I love getting all of the messages and comments and having people support me in that way. But having a chat to someone face to face and like hearing how you've impacted them in one way or another, it's just like the cherry on top. You're like, yeah. now I'm locked in for another 6
Yeah,
months.
yeah.
Like I can ride this high for ages. So yeah, that's probably
So cool. One last question around the content space. So recently you shared on your TikTok that, and I think Paige and I both have been talking about this too, but I guess how do you silence the noise when the algorithm is designed to make you feel like training is for aesthetics versus performance? Because we do struggle with this in our own personal ways, and then you've got to be on socials, and then you're consuming this person that's saying XYZ about doing this type of training is going to make you look this way, and you're just trying to focus on feeling stronger and fitter. How do you silence that when it's so prevalent in the social media space?
I think especially seeing my progress with running, that has really helped my mindset shift a lot into seeing numbers change in the sense of like, my mileage going up, my pace is coming down, my average heart rate coming down. And like, I think as humans, we're obviously hardwired to like, we're craving some sort of progress or like improvement. So I think that's really helped me in that regard. But I think as well, personally, I'm reasonably good now with like not thinking about that side of things. I think I've definitely gone through stages, and especially like as a young teen looking up to people now who I'm like, I don't know why I looked up to that kind of thing. But I think I get more caught up in, I worry about the younger people who see the same content that I'm seeing, because I'm like, I feel like now I have the tools to block that stuff out and to focus on my performance instead, especially like, because like running it's not building any type of body really.
No.
Like it's
Can do the
cardiovascular
opposite, yeah.
fitness. Like, so I just know when I'm going out for a run that's not even going to be a byproduct of it. So it's just kind of left my mind in a sense. But I just worry about the young influential people who were where I was 5 years ago and like see that stuff. And I'm grateful that I'm no longer in that mindset that I was. But yeah, I just want to do what I can to try and help other people.
Yeah.
Find creators like us who can help them become like the mindset that we have now.
Yeah. That conversation is so important, and even just like pointing it out and acknowledging
Voicing it,
it.
bringing attention to it.
Yeah, it's that's the reason why you train, and it's so cool.
Now you're sort of like on performance and looking at your numbers and stuff. How do you go on the flip side, trying not to compare those to people who you now look at and like are surrounded by?
I think as a baseline, I think I definitely underestimate myself. So I just am always like really shocked and like impressed with the progress that I make, because I think I don't expect it. And so I think when I see other people that are doing so well, I'm like, my brain is hardwired to be like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome for them. Like I never really flip it the other way.
Yeah.
But then in the same like breath, when I see myself do it, I'm also like, that's awesome. Like I then don't go, oh, that's not good enough, you need to be here. Like I think I've like growing up with like in a boarding house, like you're kind of in this huge family, and you see like other people are better at some things and other things, and you kind of just learn to cheer everyone on. And I think I've just carried that, and like my parents have always sort of instilled that in us too. Like one sibling, like we were all better at different things, and like it never took away from anyone else.
Yeah,
and
not
so
mirroring
I just
it back to you. Yeah,
I think I just try to not let anyone else's, like no one else's success takes away from my progress, and vice versa. And I think we just all need to be like,
that's a
cheer
good
each other
quality.
on.
Yes.
And like, I think, it's just cool to see other people doing awesome stuff. And I'm like, maybe one day I'll get there, maybe one day I won't.
Yeah.
But either way, it's still awesome for whoever it is that's done it.
Very humble.
It sounds like it seems like you have like a really cool group of girlies that you train with too, that you're all each other's hype girls as well, which is so special.
Yeah.
And
so lucky.
Yeah. Legends. Did you meet them on the sunny coast, or through running, or through work, or?
Mostly through running. Yeah. Most of them had come along to one of my run clubs, or were already posting on socials as well, and we kind of just connected through that. But they're honestly just the best. Like each of us have gone through, and a lot of us also do social media as well, but that's just never caused issues, like jealousy, nothing like that. Like if someone gets anything, it's like straight in the group chat and everyone's like, oh my God, that's awesome, that's awesome. And then like, it's just the best environment. And I think you forget that those kind of friendships exist sometimes when you get stuck in not so great friendships.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all just want each other to succeed at the end of the day. Yeah.
It's the best. I feel like running friends are
They are,
special.
yeah. It's almost like when you're like in alignment and like if running's aligned with you and then it just like brings people to you.
Everything,
Yeah.
It just, and like I think when you train with people as well, they see you at 4:30 in the morning. Like there's no time for filters. It's just like, this is how I am.
Yeah.
Like accept it or don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, when you do lift each other up, it's like it's just so empowering. Nothing better than a long run with your besties. Okay, quick break from the episode. So as you know, we're both ice long black drinkers, aren't we?
are.
Yeah, I like a hot or an ice, but I actually really love to put my Collagen Beauty by Naturals in my ice long black because it just gives it a little bit of flavor. I'm a vanilla girly, but they also have caramel. And then if you didn't want it in your coffee, you can have it in water. You can have like their watermelon flavor. There's so many different options. But this is my go-to for all things collagen. And it's a 5-second ritual for more hydrated, plump skin.
And we're both beauty girls and love all of our creams and serums, but they can only do so much from the outside. Collagen Beauty is made with collagen peptides and it has 100% of your daily vitamin C. So it actually supports your skin from the inside. It supports your skin hydration, elasticity, and boosts your hair and nails, which we love.
Yeah, and it's a supplement I notice if I don't have it. So I will feel like my nails have gotten weaker or my skin's just not as glowy. It just keeps my skin, hair, and nails feeling so strong and healthy. And it's really simple and you can take it daily. It just fits right into my routine.
And because you're listening to Pretty Fit, you can grab 15% off Collagen Beauty or any Naturals products with the code PRETTYFIT. Your hair, skin, and nails will absolutely thank you later. So when then did you step into the Hyrox space?
I was in my final year of uni, I think.
Yeah.
And with my friend who is an amazing runner we'd just been seeing it a little bit and didn't really know much about it. And one day I just messaged her, I was like, do you want to do a Hyrox? And she's like, yep, let's book the next one. And we were like, okay. And we just kind of both very much, we're just like, we'll give it a go. Like we've got a bit of cardiovascular fitness on our side. Like we've been to a gym before. I'm sure we can train. And I think it was 12 weeks away. So we were like, perfect, like heaps of time.
Which one was it?
Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was so much fun. And I think at that time I was like, this is going to be my new thing. Like I'm going to lock in to Hyrox.
Yeah.
Because my running was like, I was like training for it, but I wasn't really racing or anything like that because I was just a bit scared. But I loved the doubles aspect.
Yes.
Like, you go to the start line with your friend, you do the whole race with a friend. It kind of like helped me like re-enter that racing space.
Yeah.
And like you guys would know, it's electric in there. Like it's
literally.
crazy.
So good.
Because like running, if you're doing like half marathon, there's parts of that course where there's no one and you're kind of just on your own.
Yeah.
But you don't get that in Hyrox.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we locked in for a 12-week block and just tried to train like we were experts. Had no idea what we were doing. And yeah, we had so much fun. It was awesome.
Oh, cool.
I
Are you
love
going to do any more?
I do have a relay coming up. I'm doing Brisbane relay.
Oh,
cool.
fun.
But I'm taking a bit of a break. I think I loved it and then I got just a bit sick of the training because it is hard to do both.
Yeah.
Just because Hyrox training is so intense and then I like couldn't do my
Marathon.
like sessions as well because like DOMs and all that stuff. So I was just like, I'll just lock into one for a little bit because I was really spreading myself thin last year and my goal this year is to try and like do a little bit less but like put in all my effort into like those fewer things.
I feel like as a collective, if you're a content creator or even just consuming fitness media, I feel like everyone in 2024, 2025 went so hard. And us in 2026, we're like, let's dial it back.
Less is best.
Yeah, literally.
Less races.
Literally.
More intentional racing, like when we enter things, because I don't know, it's like collective, we were like, let's do everything.
Like you have to do it all and like you just wanted to be a part of everything and do
excited.
Be the best at everything. And now it's like,
I didn't want to be the best. I wanted to do more. And then, like I think this year everyone's been a lot more intentional. Just like selective, which is
nice.
Probably really healthy. Anyway, speaking of which, with the training for
London Marathon.
Okay, this is the end of next month. So
We're
that's like
really
what,
close.
5 or 6 weeks away?
I go by long runs and I have 4 long runs to go.
Wow.
So,
So what are you
5
up to at the
weeks.
moment on your long run?
This is I'm in peak week. So I'm running 34Ks on Saturday.
Weekend.
And it's like a race pace practice run. So it's going to be horrendous.
Wow.
How are you feeling? Like talk us through.
So my only other marathon experience was Sydney last year, and that was just
That was not it
awful.
for you, was it?
No.
You
Hated
were
every
injured?
second. I was injured.
Yeah.
I'd never done a marathon before. The
Yeah.
longest I managed to run in my block was 24 Ks.
Right.
So I went
that's
in
right.
in shambles. And I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, well, we'll run like
I'll
a
figure it
half
out.
marathon, walk off if we need to. But like the stubbornness got the
Yeah,
better
yeah.
of me. And I was like, no, we'll finish it. But yeah, it was horrible. I was like puking. It was gross. Not good vibes. This block has been amazing in comparison.
Yeah.
So I'm actually getting my long runs done. I'm not injured, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Touch wood. But yeah, I've been seeing a physio the whole block. I like went right before I started training. I was like, there's nothing wrong with me yet, but like we need to keep it that way.
Yes.
And she was like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
so
let's
super
lock in.
proactive.
Have
Yeah.
you had any troubles with your foot at all since you've
No,
that's good.
it's all been good. I think I had like one niggle on a long run, like maybe 4 weeks in, and since then I just like skipped my next run.
Yep.
And since then I've been
Smart.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's been good. I've like upped my training a lot compared to Sydney, but
Yeah.
done it very slowly. So I've just been like managing the load a lot better.
Wow.
But I'm excited. I'm nervous because I normally don't put a time goal out into the universe. I just keep it to myself. But this time I was like, what's the harm? Like,
Yeah.
bring everyone along. And now I'm like, that's really fast.
What's your time goal?
I'm going to do sub 3.
Sub 3. Wow.
Just put it out there some more.
Yeah, yeah.
let more people know about it.
That's
No,
massive.
cool.
That's
And,
so
The
good.
thing is, these days, I think people want to see, like, they're going to be so excited for you either way.
Yeah.
And, like, you hit it, you don't hit it. It's like part of the plot. It's
Yeah.
so exciting to see you and inspiring to see people put their goal out there
Yeah.
because, like, not a lot of people do that.
It's also so, like, it is real life. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone sets a goal and gets it every time. So to say
That's
it
right.
retrospectively and be like, this was my goal and I got it, it's like, well, how many times have you not set a goal and not gotten it? And it's kind of like easy in the running space to be like, everyone PBs every race, everyone, because that's what you see people post about.
Yeah.
But then if I miss this, everyone's like, oh, it's okay to go backwards and like,
Yeah.
or not hit your goal and then just start a new block, start again, or have time off, whatever it is. But it'll be fun either way. And it'll be in
That's
London,
just
so you can't go wrong.
insane. That's
Okay, so
fast.
what's the game plan with travel? Like, how long are you there for? Because, like, it's not a quick flight.
No.
And then, like, how do you,
How you
go for?
Oh, actually, it was
Yeah, we
awesome.
might not go there right now. But how are you planning to, like, how long are you planning to be there before you race so that you're not too, like,
I think I'm
cramped
getting
up?
there 4 days before.
Okay.
We made the mistake when we went to Chicago last year for Hyrox Worlds of not leaving enough time,
Mm-hmm.
and we felt all
Yeah,
out of
Yeah.
sorts.
lethargic. Yeah.
So I've given 4 days, probably still not great, but it's Zach, my fiance's birthday on the 21st, and we leave on the 22nd. So if I brought it forward at all, I would miss his birthday. So
Right.
kind of leaving after that.
Mhm.
And then we do, because I'm going with Runner
Yeah.
over there, so they've like planned a lot of the stuff.
Oh, yep.
The other thing that we did horrendously in Chicago was food. Like, I was like,
Oh.
we're traveling. I
Let's
want to
have
experience American foods. We're like hot dogs, like all this stuff. And I'm like, get to the race and tummy's churning. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that probably wasn't the best idea. So I'm going to try and like be a bit more bland, especially
Yeah.
like the day before. And
Yeah.
they put on like a carb load and stuff too. So just try and like stick to the plan a little bit there. But I'm also just like, it's not that deep. And I'm in
Yes.
London. So if something is coming, like I'm going to go to Harry Potter World. And so I probably will be eating,
Yeah, girl.
drinking butterbeer and doing all those things.
Yes.
So trying to do a bit of both.
Yeah.
Wow, such a great experience.
Yeah, it'll be so fun.
We'll all be cheering you on. We'll be sending you the bestest ever vibes.
Please do.
Yes.
Hopefully I'll catch them from all the way in London.
Yeah, you will. You'll be really strong with the vibes.
So is that all event-wise for you this year in terms of fitness, or do
For
you have
now.
anything?
For races.
Yeah.
I've got a few running races booked in.
Yeah.
So I've got a 10K in May, which I've raced a 10K before, but not since like running
Yeah.
properly. So that's going to be
Wow.
stressful and fast, but hopefully fun.
Do you have a time for that as well? Do you
Well,
have
I
goals for
haven't
these yet?
really thought about that one yet.
Yep.
I'm trying to like just stay on one thing at a time.
Yep.
Because like it will depend like how I pull up after London as well,
Yes.
with like jumping straight into a new block, whether it's a super all out or just like a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But then I've got 2 halves after that, and then that'll be
Nice.
it, I think, for the
Yep.
year.
And then
Yeah.
So,
So I'm trying to
cool.
mellow
We're
out
gonna
a
do
little bit.
actually. We're going to do the Noosa one. We'll be up your way in
The Noosa,
May.
End of May.
that's the 10 I'm doing.
Oh, we're doing the half.
half,
fun.
nice.
Yeah.
I did the half last year. Very flat,
Oh, good.
so very speedy course.
Good.
Well, we
fun.
weren't actually signing up for this one to be super speedy.
Yeah.
I'm going to Japan in like 2 weeks before it.
Yep.
So as in like I'll be back 2 weeks before it. So I won't have really committed to a plan. I'm just coming off a Hyrox block and going into it for funsies and see how I go. And Paige
has to start running again.
yeah, she's kind of taken some time off running. So
next week, I'm getting back into it next week. So yeah, we're just going for the vibes.
It is a good one.
Sunny,
it's nice and fun.
Yeah.
And because it's a loop course. So
Yes.
there's a lot of people on the
So we do
line.
it twice.
Yeah.
Is that right for the half?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So
All
what
right.
is there 10K on the same day?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So I think you'll be done by the time I start. Last year, my friends that I had doing,
Oh.
I think it's like a few hours later.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, like the half starts early.
Yeah.
And then the 10 is like kind of once, because it's the same course. Like they need people off the course because everyone's doing
Right.
circles of the
Yes,
same thing basically. So
true.
if they just keep loading people into the course, it just gets a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, we'll see you at, I'm going to see you at
Yes.
Hyrox.
Yep.
Probably. And we'll see you at Noosa. That's so cool. What would you say to the woman who wants to get into running but feels like she's not a runner? Because that's what we hear all the time. And even for us to this day, you know, we've got mileage under our belts, but we still don't feel like, oh, when someone calls me a runner, I'm like, I'm not really a runner. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that for me, like running is in the joy of running. And I think regardless of how far you run, how fast you run, anything like that, if you're getting out there and doing anything, that to me, like I would say you're a runner.
Yeah.
And I think everyone also has to start somewhere. And people who have that opinion of themselves probably thought that of me when I started running and was going out for a 1K run and having to walk multiple times. And I probably wouldn't have been considered a runner.
Yeah.
And then now that's how people term me.
Yeah.
And like that was just from loving it and continuing to show up. I think, but also in the same breath, like you don't have to run. Like there's so many, like just because it's something that's really trending at the moment, it doesn't have to be the type of exercise that you love and enjoy. So I think if you want to give it a go, like it's not about anything other than just getting out there and having a go. But if you're more into Pilates, yoga, gym, whatever it is, like they're all equally as good just because running's really pumping at the moment. You just got to find what's right for you.
Yeah.
And that just happens to be running for me, but might not be for everyone.
Have you ever gone through a limbo or a stage with running where you're like, oh, I just can't be bothered this week? Or
No, I don't think I've been running long enough to really have that.
Yeah.
I think after London I was like a bit lost.
yes.
But I just love so many other forms of exercise that when I get to those kind of periods, I kind of just regroup.
Yeah.
So like after London, I got really into mat Pilates and I was
Yeah.
like loving that for a while. But I just never really forced myself. I think if I don't feel like it and I'm not in a block, I
Yeah.
do just take time off.
Okay.
It's only like my sort of discipline only comes in when I'm like in the middle of a block and I'll be like, doesn't matter how you feel, like get out there and run.
Yeah.
But if I'm running just for fitness and I want 2 weeks off, I'll just go into Pilates or the gym or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm not really sure.
How many days a week are you running now?
Yeah, I was
for your
going to ask,
marathon
are you
block?
still strength training? So like walk us through your training split.
So
now.
I'm running 5 times a week.
Yep.
And then 4 in deloads. And then gym, I try to go 3 times a week, but realistically I'm going twice a week.
Yeah.
And I usually just do in a marathon block. This time I've just been doing full body because if I do legs, then that just kind of affects the sessions a little bit more. But I also do very weird gym stuff now. Like it's kind of embarrassing the stuff that I'm doing at the gym because all like running, like those small little muscles,
Yeah.
like doing single leg, just stand there and I'm like holding a weight and everyone's like, what is this girl doing? But yeah, I definitely try and keep it up. Like it's one of the things that obviously prevents injury. So
definitely.
I try my best,
Yeah.
but it does fall off, especially with work and everything. as
Yeah,
well.
gosh. That training load and then working and then
It's a lot.
So do you do night shift as well?
Yeah.
how do
Yeah.
you manage your recovery? Like what are some of the things that you do for that?
Don't say. You're like, I'm 24. I just bounce back out of bed.
I just plan in advance. Like I know what my shifts are obviously going into the week. And so if I'm on nights, I've planned like what time I'll go to bed. Like I'll start transitioning my bedtime 3 days out so that like I'm used to staying up a bit later and waking up a bit later. And then when I'm actually on nights, the last time I was on nights, Zach like put foil on all the windows and blacked it out. And that was like game changer because your
Wow.
body just gets so confused.
Yeah.
But I also do nights very differently to the majority of people. Most people finish night shift and go straight to sleep. I finish a night shift and do anything and everything I possibly can to like make myself really tired. So I'll often like finish night shift and then go and train. And then after that, I'm like wiped and I can try and actually sleep a good amount of hours. But it's not sustainable. Like you can only do a small block of nights and then you're just like, I need to stop this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just all prior planning, I think, helps.
It sounds like Zach's so supportive. Is he just like
The best.
blown away by? Well, he's obviously been there from the start, so he would have just seen all of this success and the community growing and the following platform growing, the opportunities. You excel in running in such a short amount of time, relatively. Like, what does he say about all this?
Hold on.
Yeah, he's like, I'm coming on board on the Grace train.
Yeah, he's basically just along for the ride. He will support anything and everything. I've been through a few little periods where I've been unsure with like what I want to do career-wise, whether or not I want to lean into social media, lean into medicine, try and do both. And he's just always like, whatever it is you decide, I'll back you 100%. But I think it's definitely a big change of like who I was when we started like dating to now. But I think like the essence of who I am as a person hasn't changed. It's more just what I'm doing with my time. And he's just the best like in terms of picking up the slack. Like people are always like that's another thing with like how do you do everything? If I'm short on time, like he is the person to just be like, what can I take off the plate so that you can do the things that I can't do? And so like he obviously can't do my training runs for me, but he'll be like, I've got dinners this week, like you're finishing late, don't worry about it. So he just basically supports me however he can. And then he just deals with my tantrums and crying, all the other things.
You love a green flag, man.
No, he's the best.
And does he run? He does run, doesn't he?
He's faster than me. I was hoping you wouldn't ask.
Ew. That's the only thing we don't like about you, Zach.
In the household for a while, but he beat me at the half marathon.
Yeah, but is he a doctor?
No.
So, yeah,
exactly.
there you go.
He has more time to train.
So is he jealous of you going to the London Marathon?
Marathon is not on his
Oh, okay. Yeah.
half marathon max.
Yeah.
I said if one day would you do Hawaii marathon? And he said yes. So that's the only one that I can convince him
that's
to do.
cute.
So maybe one day.
Yes.
But no, his half marathon is his max distance.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do we even go anywhere near with everything that you've got on and you're currently in a marathon training block and you're a doctor, but has there been any wedding day discussion?
Yeah.
Or you're like, absolutely not, like, that's...
I tried to add it on the plate straight away and I was like, yep, let's make plans. We had like a sort of date in mind and started talking to people, but then we've decided we want to buy a house first.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
I was like, oh, we can just do everything. And then everyone's like emailing me, you haven't gotten back to us in a few days. I'm like,
yeah.
So I was just like, no, put that on hold for a second. I'm not really in a massive rush to get married. And I really want our wedding to be awesome. So I'd rather like give it my full energy and time. So yeah, probably like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So
Long
exciting.
engagement. And you
Yeah,
get the
you don't want to
ring. That's all
rush
you
it.
need
It's
right
like,
now.
I can flash this to everyone.
Yeah. And I think one of the most exciting things about the wedding is not just the wedding day itself, but the planning. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you don't want to
enjoy
rush that.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With the house, are you planning to set roots on the sunny coast, like in Queensland, or?
I think we want to buy in the sunny coast.
Yeah.
And we want to stay around for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think ultimately we both want to go back to Tassie when we have kids.
Oh.
We loved growing up there. And
Yeah.
like it's such a cool childhood, very like safe place. You can your kids just roam free and do
Yeah.
whatever. So we
Back to
loved
the home
that.
roots.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I need my parents nearby so I can be like, take the
Yeah.
kids.
I need to run.
Oh
and
my
they need to run
God.
to school.
Yeah. Got to get them on the same training route.
That's so cool. It definitely sounds like, you were always quite naturally active, but then, there was no pressure, which I think is such a, it's cool how like, it didn't seem very intentional, but it kind of was there because like there's so many parents that put so much pressure on their kids all through growing up, and then they get to a point and they're like, I'm over it because I've had this pressure for so long. Whereas you've kind of just gotten into it and then it's paid off anyways.
I could gush about my parents all day. They are the
Aw.
absolute best people in the world. And the only thing that was ever expected of us as kids was just to try hard at things we did, but results of what that came out as just didn't really matter. And like obviously people can be like, oh, they're supportive of you because you've like, you've done well at school, you're now a doctor. But if I quit that and pursued anything, as long as I was happy, they wouldn't care at all.
Which it's so good to see that you've taken that through life, because even like a lot of adults pressure themselves into doing something in races and exercising with a lot of pressure around it. So the fact you've just taken that through your teens and now into your 20s is very inspiring.
Yeah. And I love that video of your parent. You walked in on your parents
Watching your
YouTube video. I was like,
I
that's
don't think
really
I've
cute.
ever had a discount code that my mum hasn't used. Like, even if it's like for stuff that she doesn't want at all, she'll be like, I'm trying this out because I use code Grace. And I'm like, yes.
So
And she like sends it to all of her friends. I'm like, Mum, these products are made for young people.
Shout out to Mumsy. How good. And Dad. So outside of this year, are there any kind of bucket list races you would love to do one day that you're going to manifest? Whenever we do this, we end up doing it.
It happens.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like an obvious one, maybe a bit mainstream, is I would love to tick off the majors.
Yes. Yep.
Well,
Well, this will be two for you then.
We're just one.
Yeah, we'll just take New York. Well, that'll be two for you.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what people keep saying. Like, you're not mucking around, you've just gone major.
Yeah,
So just
literally.
keep ticking through them. There's like, I think I'd maybe be too scared to do this, so I don't know if I want to put it out in the universe. But there's like the Big 5 marathon through the safari, like in South Africa.
Is that it's relatively new? Is
Yeah,
that
and
the
you're
one?
like, it's like lions and
Yes,
elephants
running
and
through the jungle.
giraffes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That looks cool.
So I think I would
Are
probably...
you protected?
I don't, that's what I mean. Like, I
Well,
don't really know if I
I
want to do it, but...
Well, yeah, if I was going to go on one, it would be with Grace because she's a doctor.
I was going to say no because she's faster, because the cheetah or the lion can catch
do.
you and she's gone.
She'd be there to help.
I would leave you behind. I would definitely...
I've never heard of that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Was that the one that Ned Brockman,
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I did
there was
see
one in
that.
the safari that they did. It could be completely different,
That's
but he did
cool.
one in the safari.
You know, one thing we want to get into that we haven't done before is trail running. Have you ever done?
Yeah.
much-
I would
done
love
much
to.
of
Can
that?
I come?
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's
I would
tee
love
up.
to do a trail run.
I
no
feel like
animals around though.
when we were talking about doing a bit more intentional stuff and not focusing so much on like, you know, what was your average split and all that.
Trail's
It's like
good for that.
trail's good
Yeah.
for
The fact
that.
you can look down and like, well, you don't actually even look at your pace.
Yeah,
because
you
you're
just
trying
gotta
not
look
to
at your
fall
feet.
over.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not about that. So I thought that's
Take
a good way for us
snacks.
to
Backpack.
And also
Love
like
that.
the views. Just
Yes.
like cool places.
Yeah.
And just, you can
Get new
take
trail
normal
run
food. You don't
shoes.
have
There's
to
actually-
be able to like...
Yeah, there's good trails on Sunny Coast, isn't there? Up in
Yeah,
the
like Noosa
mountains.
Way and stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's put that on the list.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other races?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm probably going to leave and be like, why didn't I say that?
Yeah.
But what I can think of, no.
All right, well, closing question.
Yes.
If you could go back in time and chat to yourself before you started sharing your life out loud on social media, is there anything you'd tell yourself so you were better prepared?
Ooh, I feel like this would make me better prepared, but one thing I always, I'm a strong believer in that I couldn't have been who I am now if I hadn't been who I was back then.
Mm.
But I think I started social media with when I started growing, I tried to like do what I thought other people would want me to do.
Mm.
And I think the more I became myself online, the more of a community I built. And so I just would want them, like, would just say to just
do
do
yourself,
you.
yeah.
Like, that's
Yep.
the only way that you're actually going to be authentic and like have a community and people want to support you.
Definitely. I mean, not that you really want to get anywhere, but you sort of would just take out those mental battles that you had with yourself, trying to fit in with or trying to
Yeah.
just do what other people are doing. So yeah, just be yourself.
And now it's just like people are like, oh, is it hard to, think about things to film and all that? And I'm like, I just am just doing whatever I'm doing anyway, because I show up as exactly what I'm. So like if I'm in a bad mood, it's getting posted. If I'm in a good mood, it's getting posted. If I hate my outfit, I'm going to tell everyone I hate my outfit. If I
Yeah.
love my outfit, I'm going to, like, I don't have to be like, oh, I can't film today because this isn't going to plan. Like it's just me
Yep.
all through
Real and
through.
raw.
Real and raw.
We love it.
So good. Well, thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank
Grace,
Thank
for
you,
being a
guys.
guest on our podcast.
Such an inspo. And yeah, we're going to be rooting for you in London.
Oh my God, our listeners are going to love that chat. And yes, you can find Grace on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah,
Actually, YouTube.
And
Yep.
we'll put all of those links in our show notes. So make sure you check her out if you haven't already. And thank you so much.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. That was so fun.
Yay!
Woohoo! First podcast ever.